Is there a weird dark man thing here? Do you know why it's here? He's here. Turn the lights off.
Now it's so quiet.
Yep. You want us to turn the lights back on?
There's just like, here you go.
Did you hear that?
That was so loud.
I'm not from here.
So, before we get into this video, we wanted to do another one of these kind of preface update type things because
this investigation was crazy.
Again. So, honestly, going into this investigation and even after, we thought that we had no activity, felt like nothing made sense, and we're just kind of like, well, it's a filler episode kind of feel.
Yeah. But then we went through our other investigations and the plot line thickened a lot.
Yeah. So pretty much we would advise to kind of pay attention to everything that happens because there's a lot of things that are said evidence-wise that will make sense in like 3 episodes, 3 videos from now. So just kind of pay attention to things because there's a lot more relevant things that we had no idea about until watching this back.
It was really crazy and kind of scary.
So buckle up because this series is going to be a fun one. And let's get into the history of Wildwood Sanatorium.
Wildwood Sanitarium in Salamanca, New York was built in 1900. But it wasn't until 1903 that it was turned into the building we know today. Dr. John Henderson and Dr. Carol Perry, who met at an osteopathic college, bought the building to create a private holistic hospital that focused on treating various ailments through non-traditional methods. For 7 years, the doctors and 3 nurses, Agnes, Bertha, and Sue, prepared the building for when it would be opened in 1909. They offered various alternative treatments including cold baths, hot baths, electric battery baths, bone stretching, and even light therapy. The goal was to find holistic cures for patients struggling with mental illness, addiction, and other non-contagious chronic diseases. However, not all treatments were gentle. Walter Freeman, infamous for pioneering lobotomies, performed many procedures here as well. In 1923, the state would force Wildwood to transition into a tuberculosis sanitarium to help combat the spreading pandemic at the time, a last resort for those suffering from the disease. The air inside grew heavy, not just with illness, but with loss. After the sanitarium closed its doors in the 1950s, the building underwent several transitions over the years, with many different private owners using it for residential apartments, private family homes, and even a boarding house for a short period. The Wagatha family purchased the property in 2017 as a restoration project before opening it up to paranormal investigations. Now, Wildwood Sanitarium is open for paranormal investigations, and there have been reports of various forms of activity. Many reports seeing shadow figures throughout the building, hearing disembodied voices and whispers, doors opening and closing on their own, footsteps overhead, and the feeling of being watched or even touched.
Grass.
I was like,
Things move around.
yeah, I was like, that just slithered
I was
out.
not prepared for that.
Did you restart the cameras at all?
No, do you want me to?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I just need to find a resync again, so we're
Yeah,
good.
you just synced, so I was like, okay, we're doing it. Oh! Are we ready?
before we could even start. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was definitely not
So
me.
we're in the seance room, and while we were like walking around and doing B-roll up here earlier, I kept seeing something like walking over there. So like we should set the music box up in that room because like I kept feeling like I was seeing someone walking, and you saw someone walking over there too, right?
Yeah.
So it's just funny that it went off like right away after like being like, okay, let's start.
Okay,
let's do
we're
this.
ready. Beep, bop.
So, we are at Wildwood Sanitarium in the Seance Room. If you're new here, we're those meddling mediums. I'm Riker.
I'm Em.
And we're psychic mediums, paranormal investigators, and we like to just share our experience online with things. Yeah, cool, whatever.
Yeah, I'm really excited to be here.
Yeah, we're a little rusty because we haven't investigated in a few months.
Yeah,
So
but we just did a members live stream and we did some investigating with them, and some crazy like noises and stuff were happening.
yeah, and we were just in a doll room right over there.
Is that all the activity we'll get for the live stream?
Yeah, that's what
I was like, I feel like it is. Just a teaser. They say
Literally just
no,
a
literally.
teaser.
There's just like, here you go.
Did you hear that?
That was so loud.
So it was like,
Yeah, so like
Insane.
the music box going off while we were setting up is a bit
Yeah.
odd.
a few things to note. If you hear like a buzzing or clicking, there is like a
There's,
like heater just like right over there that we unplugged it so it wouldn't be like humming.
It's
but
just
there-
like clicking.
Yeah, there's a lot of
but
like
it's very
click
consistent.
and noises over there. So if you hear that, that is nothing. It is just the heater over there. And then any like light flashes, we're right on two like roads.
Yeah.
So there's like when cars drive by, you see things. So yeah, we have a lot of equipment set up. In front of us, we have our EMF candle and our REM pod. Both of them were going off earlier when we were doing our members only live. And then we have the music box over there, which you just heard go off as well. And that's that it for equipment? I think
Yeah.
so.
Plus, we did a New Year's Eve live stream, and
yeah.
during that live stream, we had goals where we had incentives of doing challenges at this investigation. So we have 2 challenges for this investigation. The first one is we are going to have a session where one of us or both of us are completely blindfolded,
Yes.
and we think that's going to happen in this room. And then we also are going to have a session where we are in complete darkness. So the only thing that you guys would be able to see us with
Is our night vision.
Our night vision camera.
Yeah. Which we've
So-
never done before.
Yeah, we've
but
never done complete darkness before.
this is the first episode of our New York trip series. So we will be going to 3 different locations here in New York, starting with here, Wildwood Sanatorium. Next is going to be the Hinsdale House. And finally, we are going to be spending not 1, but 2 nights at the Shanley Hotel. And we will even be fully sleeping overnight there. So that's going to be awesome.
So get ready for the challenges that are at those locations as well.
And thank you so much to our community who helped like fund this trip because we could not do it without you.
So if there's anyone here, would you be able to touch the REM pod or turn our candle off? Are there 3 people that are sitting at the table? I don't know. I see 3 people and their eyes are kind of like glowing.
Weird.
There's 2 men and a woman. And the woman is sitting there, and then there's 2 men here.
Is the woman one of the nurses? Or do you want us to talk about like when this was a hospital and some of what the like doctors did practice wise?
Yeah, you guys did a lot of holistic sort of medicine. Was it all holistic? What does that mean? Is it like just medicine? You adverse to that sort of thing?
Because I know that they did a lot of like more natural practices. They didn't use like drugs
Yeah.
per se, but they did like a lot of bone stretching. Like,
What is bone stretching?
let me like
Look it up.
look it up just because I want to make sure I get the information accurate.
Got you. Because like everyone keeps saying that, but I'm not entirely sure what that means. It sounds scary.
So it's a surgical procedure that lengthens the bone in the arm or leg.
What do you do it for?
I don't know. I'd have to do like
Okay, gotcha.
more research and like into it. But they specifically, this wasn't turned into like a sanitarium until later, just because of the like growing need for
Places for people
places
with
for
tuberculosis.
So that is why it's a sanitarium, but
Yeah.
it's not necessarily a like
It wasn't built for that.
yeah. Which also, if you hear us saying sanitarium, sanatorium, they're interchangeable words for the same thing. This
Yeah.
is called Wildwood Sanitarium
Yeah.
specifically, but they're like the same thing. Just
Yeah. Basically, a sanitarium is a place where they have like, it's like closed off from the outside world. So a lot of times they keep like people with tuberculosis or other contagious diseases, and you like go there for your life. So you stay there because you have a contagious disease. Do we need to be blindfolded for you guys to touch things?
might as well start since it's one of the challenges.
Right?
Yeah, let's grab a blindfold. So we have one of our Ouija boards. This is a really pretty one that we got from Etsy. It's like wood, handmade. It's beautiful. So this is the time where we give you the spiel. So there are a lot of like superstitious and ritualistic beliefs around Ouija boards that you need to like move it around in circles several times, or like you have to say goodbye, don't leave the planchette on the board, don't use it alone, etc. Emily and I don't necessarily like subscribe to those beliefs, and that's just with our understanding and how we view Ouija boards personally. We view them as any other divination tool or even piece of equipment. It is just a way to communicate with spirit. We do not believe that Ouija boards or spirit boards in and of themselves are like demonic, or they're going to open portals, or you're going to get attachment or anything like that. We solely see it as another tool to potentially communicate with spirit. So you might see us doing things in ways that you haven't seen other people use Ouija boards. That's just because we use them fairly often and we're very comfortable with them. We don't believe that we're going to get hurt or anything bad is going to happen from using Ouija boards.
However, if you think that you need to do those ritualistic things to disconnect from the board, or you are afraid of Ouija boards, don't use a Ouija board.
Yeah.
Do the rituals. Do whatever makes you comfortable.
Yeah. We like to say to like kind of do whatever is most comfortable for you and what feels best for you to use. Well, is there anyone who would like to talk to us? Yes. Are you a woman? Yes. Are you the one who is sitting on my right?
Are you the woman that had her hand on my shoulder? Were you a part of the, like, shock therapy things?
Yes.
Did you have heart problems because of it? Yes.
Yes. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
I'm like just letting it go when you can't see it.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I'm like, I don't know if it's at yes or at letters. I have no idea where the letters are in the Ouija board.
Especially you're dyslexic, so.
Yeah, we also don't use this Ouija board as much. We use your Hasbro one.
Yeah, just 'cause we think it's funny.
Yeah. Did they not know what levels to keep it at?
Yes.
Okay, I have a... Was it in water? Did they do it in water? Oh gosh, okay.
Yes.
Why did they do it in water?
At the time. That's just how it was done.
But it, like, doesn't it make it more intense?
Yes.
People didn't die from that? Okay.
I don't think it was as like strong of electric currents as you're
Yeah,
thinking.
it's just
it was more like static electricity.
scary.
Yeah, it's still a lot. Was there like intentional malpractice here? No. It was just kind of the like homeopathic nature of things. Yes. Also, were you the one who set off the music box in the beginning? Yes. Do you have a name? M. Mary? Yes.
Did you have heart problems before the shock therapy? Did the shock therapy make them worse?
Did they think that it was going to help it though? No.
Did they know about it?
It's like he's kind of like circling in the middle, like yes, no, like
Oh, okay.
like you
Not
don't.
to the extent. Okay.
It wasn't. Were they trying to treat you for a different condition?
Yeah.
What condition were they trying to treat? L. R. Y. I don't LRYS. I don't know what that is. So I know that they weren't treating necessarily like contagious diseases or things like that. It was more like, was it more of a like mental health type thing? Yes.
Did people die from the shock therapy? Unintentionally?
Yes.
Did the machines malfunction and that's what happened?
No.
They just didn't. There's a lot of factors, is what she says.
Yeah. I feel like it was like that typically happened when there were multiple like issues in like the patient that they might have been unaware of. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. It's like giving someone like, I don't know, like medicine and not knowing that, without knowing that they're allergic to it and it causes issues. Like, you need this life-saving medicine. You don't know that you're allergic to it. They give it to you. Like, things like that. Do you know about the like dark thing here? Do you know why it's here? H or I? I. Investigations. Yes. Em and I both like have kind of like seen this like weird like dark entity thing. I don't feel like it's necessarily like fully sentient. Is it fully sentient? No. But I feel like it's just due to like the sheer amount of investigations and like kind of like fear people
have about it.
and like bring into it.
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like also typically when there's like places like this that are like doctors, like people are always go to like they experimented on people as like,
it was horrible,
as like they were these evil doctors who were like trying to like mutilate patients,
they were trying to kill people.
When like
That's how you like create procedures.
and that is how like things happened. Like
They
back in
didn't have
the early days,
medicine like we do now.
They didn't have crazy like machines and technology that we do now. So yes, so to us now it seems barbaric and it seems like so horrible, but at the time that's how medicine worked. And also, at a place like this, they specifically weren't trying to treat those types of like crazy like ailments and illnesses. They were trying to help with like alcoholism, drug addiction, yes, things like that. And they were trying to use more of like a holistic approach. So they weren't trying to like put them on other drugs or do anything else. It was like one of them was like they were doing like light therapy, Reiki, more things like that, more spiritual based. Not fully spiritual, but like Reiki is kind of considered like a spiritual practice like nowadays. But more like those types of like healing versus like operations. I don't feel like they were doing, I mean, they did like lobotomies and things, but that was also, I think, a third party doctor who did those things. Is that correct? Yes.
Did you die from shock therapy? You're not the woman that I saw in the car, though, right?
No.
Okay, great. I just want to make sure. Is that woman real?
Yes.
What happened to her?
Died. Went to D.
From what, though?
TB.
Oh, gross. Did they give her something? Like a medicine?
No.
Gross. I saw a woman that was like coughing up blood in the car.
Yes. Is the shady man was seeing real?
I don't know what hit. Corrupt is the wrong word. Shady was better word.
Who was he? H A R
Harris? Does it say yes?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I heard Harris before it went to H. So I was like,
Sorry, let me look up something real quick.
Yeah, to me he looks like a doctor, but I could be wrong. He has like a clipboard and he's glasses and he's like bald. He's dark hair.
Is it Henderson? No.
Is he for tuberculosis?
Yes. I was making sure because Henderson was one of the ones who owned the place when it was before it was a sanitarium. So I was just like,
Yeah.
like
I think he
trying to
helped
see.
people with tuberculosis.
Did he have something to do with it?
With what?
The girl,
Oh.
or like that woman passing. He didn't have anything to do with it. No.
Why is he shady?
F A I R fair. He
wasn't fair.
He wasn't fair. Did he like favor people over others?
Okay, got you. Well, that makes more sense. Because I don't think he was doing anything like
Yeah, because
bad per se.
I mean, we've been to locations where like
He just gives me
there's
a bad
more things like that, but I don't feel like there was like crazy like malpractice where people
Yeah.
like
No,
intentionally
exactly.
trying to cause harm.
He just
here.
gives me a bad vibe.
Yeah, like you wouldn't get along with him, but he's not like evil per se.
Yeah, because what they showed me was this girl like screaming, and then I saw like down the hallway, like down here, and then he was at the end of the hallway with a clipboard, and he just like wrote that down and then walked into a different room.
Is there anything here? Is there anything here that we need to, before I can even finish it, it's already just going.
That we need to do.
Yeah. like, that we need to, like, figure out? Can you tell us, like, are there secrets?
Bad secrets?
Yes.
That was a heat.
Was that?
I don't know. But it just, that sound over there increased. Was that the heat? Okay.
Yes. Was the knock that we heard during our live stream paranormal? Yes. Was the knock that we heard with the tour guide paranormal? Yes. Was that knock we just heard paranormal? No.
Yeah, because I think we heard that earlier during this session.
Yeah. I was just, gotta ask. I know.
Yeah.
Also, sorry, 1 second. If we hear things and we're asking, is it paranormal? Like, we don't necessarily
We're
think.
asking because we're skeptical.
Yeah, because like we've heard other noises, which I was like, was that the heater? I wasn't trying to like make it seem like it was something paranormal.
Yeah. Because we've had people be like, oh, they believe that this is paranormal. That's why they're asking. We're asking because we truly don't know.
Yeah, honestly, most of the time if we're asking, it's because we don't think it's paranormal.
Yeah, because like if you're in your own house, your house makes clicks and bangs.
Yeah, like there's always going to be clicks and noises and like things that you hear, especially in like old ass buildings. Like there's always going to be something.
Yeah, so we're always like, was that paranormal? But the one during the live stream was like,
it was very loud.
If that happened in our house, I would like walk around and be like, whoop.
If I hear that, if we heard that in our house, I'd be like, okay, which one of the fucking cats did something?
Well, if we didn't have cats, it would be different. But
true.
Yeah.
If we didn't have a zoo in our house,
or just a zoo.
We have so many animals.
That's fine. That's fine. What's the secret? Can you give us a hint?
D. O. R. A. Dora. Dora the Explorer.
Who is Dora? Did she die? Did something bad happen to her? Can you tell us what it was? What is it?
M. A.
Malpractice? Oh. You told us there wasn't no malpractice.
Yes.
Why?
Is that like one of the only cases of malpractice? I still don't feel like
it wasn't intentional.
Yes.
Okay.
Was it covered up? Because like I still don't feel like anyone was like going out of their way to like hurt people.
Yeah.
Sorry, let me see how much. We have 5 minutes before cameras reset.
You want to do it now?
Yeah, I'll do it real quick.
Okay.
Is Dora a nickname? No. So it's her actual name?
Now I'm done.
So it's her actual name? Yes. Can you say like what malpractice thing happened to her? Yes. As we kept going, it seemed like whoever we were talking to through the Ouija board kept just agreeing to everything and getting all of the facts wrong. It was constantly mixing up dates and names and what happened while also saying that really horrific things happened here, and it left Em and I walking away feeling weird. I don't know.
I wasn't expecting that.
Me either. I don't know how I feel about it.
Me either.
Because I don't know. It feels kind of like a red herring to me.
Yeah.
Because like it kept like, I don't know, the information we were getting, it was like, it happened this time period. JK, it actually was this period. The lobotomies happened here, and then it was here, and it was just like,
yeah,
like, because obviously like there's times where we get things that like I do believe like that like there's malpractice and we've gotten like accurate things through the board. But the session felt kind of weird to me.
Yeah.
Like I don't necessarily. Sorry, I'm trying to warm up my hand for a second.
You're fine.
I'm just cold. Then we can use it. I don't know, like.
That was loud. That was not the heat.
Yeah, what was that?
It sounded like above us. Like over there.
Yeah.
That direction.
Weird. I hope the cameras picked that up.
I'm sure it did. It was loud.
Because it sounded like from a different area, but it sounded.
I like heard it again while you were talking. But not as loud, like
Yeah.
up there.
Oh, I heard like a shh. Yeah. Weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know. I just like.
Well, I was gonna ask if like someone else was like lying.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I was gonna ask one of our like
Yeah.
demon friends.
Yeah, because I don't know. It just like. It feels too weird to me.
Yeah, this place doesn't feel like that.
No, it doesn't at all.
Because people like the owner. Like in this place, they talk about
Yeah.
very fine.
Well, and that's I'm like the two owners like they like weren't like even the person who like the lobotomies didn't happen from the two owners. It was a third doctor who did it, not them. And to me, it really doesn't feel like there's anything like
yeah, it's kind of
negative.
like someone was lying about it. Like maybe it was like a dark thing lying. So we are now in the doctor's office and we have a couple things set up. We have the EMF rope that goes from the doorway to us.
We were gonna put it in the hallway, but it seems like there's electrical or something running through it, so it kept like triggering kind of weird. So we brought it in here and it doesn't seem like there's anything at least right under it that's causing anything, but
Yeah. It's still sitting at the like purple baseline.
yeah.
And then we have a REM pod as well, as we have been having luck with the REM pod. It went off when we first came in here, but it's been quiet since.
Yeah. But we thought that we would do an Estes method in here.
Yeah. So we're thinking about doing the Estes method. You want to start that right away?
I mean, we can try just talking first if we want, but I don't know. We did like the Ouija board session before this, and it was, I don't know, Em and I both walked away from it feeling like it wasn't true and it wasn't real. Like,
Yeah, I don't think it's real.
because it just seems too like, we're gonna say yes to everything that you ask, which is like not normal. And if you watch any of like the other times where we use a Ouija board, it is not usually like that.
Yeah.
So
It's more so, like, more consistent. So it just seemed very odd. It's also like when when I talk to the souls here, they seem to like the owner. It doesn't seem like there's like malpractice issues. They seem very upfront about stuff. So it's just a bit weird that like that stuff was coming through. So we think the like dark entity that we were talking about before was kind of like manipulating things. So we think that he was just like, oh yeah, that's scary. Yeah, it's just like that. So that's why it just like the information didn't line up and was just a bit weird.
yeah. But I think it would be cool for us to try to talk to the doctors more directly, or even some of the nurses, and kind of just talk about, I don't know, figure out kind of like what things were like. I don't know, just talk to them. Because it seems like they'll be receptive to things, but also it seems like there might be like a weird like dark thing that is like manipulating stuff. I don't know. Because I don't feel like it has like, that it's like a demon or has crazy sentience or anything like that, but
Yeah, I mean, if it had sentience, it would be more better with his lies.
yeah. But I don't know, I'm ready to get into the yeses if you are.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Alright. Is there anyone here that would like to speak to us? You can talk through M.
Just bear with me. This will be confusing,
What will be confusing?
both for you and me.
Okay. Can you say why it's confusing? Not what I was expecting to start with. Are you one of the doctors?
4.
Are you Dr. Henderson?
Before, stay there.
Dr. Perry?
It's a new route.
Were you a doctor here, or were you a patient? A nurse?
They returned.
Can you tell me?
When you get it,
Can you give me any sort of idea of who you are?
do you remember?
Are you the dark thing?
Please come help me.
Who are we speaking to?
You.
Well, I know you're speaking to me, but who am I speaking to?
What?
Who is talking through M?
Hold your attention.
Can you give me any indication of who you are? Are you a man?
More.
A woman?
Hi.
Hi.
Them?
Who are we speaking to?
Probably. Right now. Like in 10 minutes.
What's in 10 minutes?
They'll be asking for it.
Who's asking for it? What will happen?
You don't even know.
That's why I'm asking
Just
you.
in 10.
Just in 10 minutes? Well, it is currently 1:15 in the morning. So in 10 minutes it'll be
A boy
1:25.
there.
The
It's different.
Are you talking about Tommy? The little boy Tommy?
It's probably one of the boys. I think he's there.
Is Tommy like a little boy who plays tricks? That's what the tour guide
He
said.
looks like he's there.
Is he in the doorway?
Did you take him? This one.
No.
No. It's okay.
Are we listening to like residual things right now?
I think it'll be great.
I don't know.
And then there's M,
What about M?
black. They want.
It just seems very like scattered all over
Patient.
the place. Like, I don't know, it feels like residual almost. Like, I don't necessarily know if we're talking to a person. Which also, if you're like, but you're a medium, how do you not know? Sometimes it's still hard to tell.
Them
It's
too.
not a like,
Wait, incredible.
it's not like a science. There's nothing like,
What are you saying?
you know,
Provoking.
I'm not provoking.
Alright, 20.
20 what?
Hunger.
I am hungry.
Class.
What kind of procedures and things did you do in here?
The link is me.
Did you guys do like lobotomies in here?
Please help me.
Did you help patients in here?
How do you know? Girlfriend? That's confusing.
Can
Are
one
they not?
singular person step forward and talk, please?
One test. You get it. Them.
Can the man, can like Dr. Henderson
He has it.
come forward and speak to us?
This. Them.
they missed something when I...
How long were you a doctor here for?
Nope.
Did you do the
High heart
light therapy or the bone stretching?
business. It's right here.
Can you give any sort of indication of who you are, why you're here, what you did?
The culprit, men.
Can you tell me if you're a
Good
man
stuff.
or a woman?
Five.
Can you talk about the noises or anything that we've been hearing? We've heard some interesting bangs and stuff while we've been here. Who's been making those noises?
I got you. Watch them struggle. 20.
Can you trigger the tripwire? If you walk up to any of the lights, you can walk towards me, or you can just stand anywhere to indicate where you are. You can touch the REM pod that was going off earlier when we were
Did
saying
they?
it.
Make them whine.
Does Dr. Perry want to come speak with us?
Hold me. He's here. Turn the lights off.
You want me to turn the lights off?
Right now.
Why do you want me to turn the lights
Fast
off?
enough. Almost. In between. Spoiler alert.
Is this what's going to happen all
You'll
night?
hear it.
We'll hear it. I'm listening for it.
I'll tell you.
Okay, tell me then.
When? Curse. He's cursed you.
Who's cursed me? I really don't feel
Think.
that there's anything I don't know.
Is that it?
Does this place heal people?
Get a ring.
For some of the
Probably something else. Men.
notes in the ledger book downstairs says that that this place healed traumas and things that they have. Is that true?
Good to know. Human.
Does someone want to talk to me about
Probably.
what happened
All
here?
out. Nope.
No? Do you want to talk about me and M, our lives?
Numbers. Can you believe it?
Nope.
Almost place.
Are we in the right place at all? We were told to come up here.
It's okay though. He's right.
We should be up here.
Almost. There he is. Cameron, 3.
I really don't feel
There.
like there's anything happening.
Press him.
I'm gonna pull M out. I pulled M out of the Estes method, and then we ended up debriefing, and I told her how I felt like nothing really made sense, like I wasn't getting any answers. And then we ended up trying to do an Estes method where I was under, but nothing really came from that. So we ended up just sitting around for a while and hanging out with Ghost Tube. And I won't show you all of it, but these next few clips are important for down the line.
Do you have a problem with that about us in general? Do you think that you need to correct?
It smells.
It smells. What does it smell like?
Well, are they talking about us?
I feel like they do. I don't know.
They're telling us that we're a disease and we smell. Yeah, that's why the
By no
demons talk.
means.
By no means.
That's why the demon's talking to us instead, or the dark entity. I don't call him a demon. What do you want us to do? Nothing? Leave?
Smelly.
Why do they keep saying things about smell?
Why do you think we're smelly? Or make muffins.
Children.
Are you calling us kids?
Are you like, we're children?
Smell.
Stop telling us we smell! Stop it!
Should probably not be like in the microphone.
I'm not from here.
You're not from here? Where are you from? You're not associated to Wildwood? Are you a different doctor? So, we're now in the basement, which this basement is a lot creepier than it seems. I don't know, but
This basement is nightmare fuel.
this is where they used to do, like, right here where our tripwire is set up. This is where they used to do the, like, electric bath therapy and stuff like that. So this was where, like, the bathhouse was. So also, sorry if there's, like, a lot of, like, background noise or humming, because the heater and everything is just right behind us.
Yeah.
So
The
it's
furnace is back there, so
so it's-
hopefully you can hear us.
Yeah, should be able to because we have mics on, so hopefully in post doesn't sound that bad. But we are going to do the last challenge of the night, which is total darkness. So we'll have this night vision camera, and in a second we're going to shut off the lights. So
Yeah.
we'll be fully in the dark. The only things we'll have is the tripwire. I might set up the REM pod over
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, we can set the REM pod up in that corner. 'Cause
Yeah.
It lights up. I think we should put cap walls up too, just because it lights up.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
No, we can. But we're going to sit down here in complete darkness. Oh, that's fully off now.
Oh my gosh.
Now it's quiet. Great. We should definitely do things before it gets crazy. Also, the music box keeps going off.
Yeah.
Are you actually someone standing in front of the music box? Can you turn it on right now if it is actually you? Can you make it go on for 5 seconds straight if it is actually you?
1, 2. Is that too hard?
Can you try again? That just seems like it was like
The house
yeah,
settling.
the house settling. So, can you?
Are you gone? Do you want us to ask you questions? Are you the owner? Are you the person that did the shock therapy?
We should turn off the lights before we ask too many questions.
Okay.
So obviously there's a little bit of light from the equipment, but for the most part, it is dark.
Yeah.
So
God, this basement is horrifying.
yeah, it is a pretty creepy basement.
It's nightmare fuel.
So is there anyone here that would like to speak with us? One of the doctors? Whoever was making the music box go off? Are you going to be quiet now? You camera shy?
Is it too scary in the dark? Can you make some of our other stuff go off?
You can blow out the candle and it make it even darker.
You can turn off the candle. You can also touch these lights on the floor and make them go off. And then there's 2 cat balls. If you touch those will go off. We have a REM pod over there. And then we also have the music box that you were touching. Why did you stop touching it?
Yeah, I do think it's funny that, like, because, like, we literally talked about potentially resetting it.
Uh-huh. And it's good.
Oh, cat ball.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Do you guys want to talk about, like, the therapy that went down here? Because that's what we were talking about before. Are you one of the doctors that did that therapy? I know we asked you that. You said yes. Were you a doctor? Or are you a patient? A doctor?
It really is so much creepier down here, like, with everything off. Like, I felt like, literally this entire night, I felt fine until now, and I'm like...
And everything's, like, going off.
Yeah, because I'm like, okay, now it's a little spooky, like...
Yeah, no, this basement is fucking nightmare.
I wasn't expecting, like, the music, like, our equipment to go off down here, because the rest of the night, it's been fairly quiet otherwise, so I'm like...
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, like, we're going to sit down here. Nothing's going to happen. It'll be fine. Whatever. And now I'm like, oh, I don't like it down here.
Right?
So, I don't know. I also know that at any moment the heater's going to kick back on and it's going to scare the shit out of me.
I'm just glad it's quiet right now, at least. Yeah. So hopefully you guys could hear us while the heater was on, but I'm glad that it's quiet for now. But let's start asking questions about, like, what happened down here and stuff. So, they were telling us that there were a couple different therapies. They told us that there was light therapy, which I guess we're doing with all these lights here. They told us that there was shock therapy that you did in, like, bathtubs. And what did you keep saying? There was, like, with, like, battery bathtubs or something?
Oh, yeah, battery baths.
Battery baths.
Yeah. Electric battery bath.
Yeah.
Would you sit in, like, a tub of water, or would it be more like other methods? Because I know that there's, like, apparently different kinds of, like, electric battery baths.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's so quiet.
Yep. You want us to turn the lights back on? Was things going off because the heater was going off?
I don't feel like the heater would make our, like, the EMF, like, because none of the EMF stuff was going off when the heater was on. Mm-hmm. It was, like, the motion sensor. So, yeah. I don't know. But I still feel like there's a man standing over there.
Yeah. Do you want to talk to us still? Why are you quiet? If you want us to turn the light on, will you set something off?
Yeah, we'll turn the lights back on if you want them on.
I don't think the lights matter for you.
Is Dr. Henderson here? Or Dr. Perry? Or any of the 3 nurses? Sorry, changing the heat on my jacket and turning it down. Which, these lights are because of the heated jacket, just so you're aware. This place seems pretty homey. Did you guys
at least enjoy your time when you stayed here or when you worked here? Seems like it was fairly, I don't know, loving, welcoming, all things considered. Yeah, it's like eerily quiet now. The only noise is like the metal over here, like shift and like the house shifting. There's like,
That's very obviously that the house is shifting too.
yeah, there's like,
Yeah. Will you talk to us again?
I don't think they're going to.
Me either.
I think we got what we were gonna get. Like, which is honestly, that is still more than I was expecting.
Right? God, and that was so, like, weird. Were you standing there earlier today?
It looked like the same dude that we saw.
No, it was. I literally thought I set that off, and then I saw it was facing the other direction and was like, oh.
Yeah, because when it started going off, I was turning, like, I was around the corner, like, up the stairs, because I was shutting the door up there and turning the light on the stairway off, so that way, like, it would be dark down here. Mm-hmm. And so I heard it going off, so I thought you were, like, stepping in front of it or making sure it was working, and then you were like, that wasn't me, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, because I also thought it might have been you, because there's a door over there, so I thought you were, like, coming around.
Nope.
Yeah. And then I thought it was pointed at me. It's not. It was pointed the other way.
Yep.
But if I want to know about electroshock therapy and Reiki, did you guys do it together? All three?
Did you Reiki on each other?
Did it, like, help anything? Like, I don't know what you would do shock therapy for. Was it, like, you did shock therapy so that you would stop, like, your addiction type things? So every time you thought about your addiction, you, like, would get shock therapy?
Or was it more to try to help, like, cure and get rid of some of the, like, withdrawal symptoms or feelings, like, of that? Kind of, like, changing, like, the neural pathways in your brain so you don't...
Yeah.
You don't, like, crave things the same way?
Yeah. Also, do you have issue with us? Do you think that we need shock therapy?
I feel like that was just the house shit.
Yeah, it didn't sound, like, abnormal.
No, it just... I mean, there's, like, wood above us. It just sounded like that was shifting.
Mm-hmm. So that was, like, so weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Like...
I hate it here. Why did you only do it when the lights were on? You did not want to scare us? It wouldn't scare us if you did it. Unless you wanted to. We could be scared.
Do you want us to leave? This was going to be the last place that we investigated for the night. If you would like us to leave, you can set something off and we'll go. We don't want to overstay our welcome, but...
He's still standing over there.
Mm-hmm.
He's just not doing anything.
Are you worried we're going to, like, mess with things or, like, fuck with something? Because that's not who we are as people.
Are you just not allowed to touch anything?
I think we're done. I really don't think we're gonna get anything else. Like,
yeah, dude, it's so dark in here.
Yeah.
What if we turn the light on? This is gonna be an interesting video for you because it was, like, in and out of night vision.
Yeah,
so
fine.
Okay, will you make it go off now that the light is on? Pretty please. With a cherry on top. Why do you have to listen to the demon man in the corner? He's not doing shit. You said, say that again? Who's not doing shit?
Yeah, I don't know. And I think that's our cue to go.
Right.
All right.
Convent. Familiar.
He kind of looks like a
priest.
priest to me.
Are you pointing to someone?
Are you like
You got it.
the dark entity?
Over there. In the room. Is there someone standing over there? Is it the dark thing?